Still testing my little stream interaction game thing. I've been working offline a little bit. Trying to get the file save working. That is, basically, once the berries are spawned, you don't have to respawn them. You just need to start chatting next time, and then it'll work. Hey, Tony. Welcome. All right. I'm going to make some announcement. But while waiting, Tony, if you would, on redemption for channel points, if you have access to it, try to plant a seed. Redeem plant seed. And then water them a few times. Once you do that, you should be able to get some of your interaction working. I think. Yes, you are here. And you can water them to grow them into a little plant. There you go. Nice. So it's working. And if you chat, your chat should show up, I think. And unless something breaks. Hey, archives. Archives or AI archives. Like, is it play? I know I already made this joke saying that it's like archives, but thanks for follow. Live now. YouTube. Twitch. All right. You shouldn't be able to plant multiple. It just ignores it at the moment. You should keep watering your plant, though. You should water it until it grows into a full berry. Ideally... There you go. You got your own little thing. Tony's got a little strawberry folk. Null Studio. Hello. Yay, you got a little guy. Isn't it cute? Okay, so now... Okay, hi, Null Studio. So once you have the berry folk, even if I get an error and stop the program, I made it so that it saves a file. So next time, all you have to do is chat in the chat, and then the berry folk, your berry folk, will spawn again. Ideally. And there's one command. If you do lurk, I think. Hey, why is it not working? Okay, well that's an issue. I made a lurk command, but it seems like it's not doing anything. Tony, can you do a lurk real quick? Oops, I misspelled this. Stop lurk. Aha, see? And basically, he stays seated until you do stop lurk command. I think. I don't know why my lurk is not working. Weird. I guess this... Ooh, maybe the registration is wrong when I'm loading. Let's see. When I spawn berry folk over here, I'm registering user ID to the berry folk. It should work. Weird. Do exclamation lurk. Oh, wait. No, you did it. You're back. It just took a while. Okay, so I'm gonna do a real quick test here. I'm gonna stop the program and then relaunch it. And then I want to see if you guys get registered properly. Chris, you don't have a strawberry yet, so it's not going to do anything, I don't think. But welcome, welcome. A few things I can do, I think. I have a feeling it's not properly loading and registering the user ID. I thought user ID is unique. I mean, it seems like it is registering. User ID. If it's not in the data set, then I'm going to save that data. Otherwise, it gets registered later when I grab it. Yeah. I might have to, let's see. I'm going to do a debug right quick here. Huh, it is coming through. Interesting. How come my berry is not resting then? Something about my berry focus kind of... Something's broken about him. Let me see. Hey, Void. Void, you can now get your little strawberry folk. Few ideas I had was for special type of berry folk. I want them to have like a limited number. So you can spawn your basic berry folk. That's by default. But I want to have a count of how many special kinds are left for the day. So it's like you can try to pull it basically. And that could be fun. Is my idea, I think. Yeah. I'm going to try to make that happen. Right now I'm testing some file save. It seems like my berry folk is not lurking even though I commanded to. So I need to figure out why it's doing that. Is resting. It should sit here if I do lurk. I feel like Chris is purposely trying to break the program right now. I made it so that if it runs into a wall, it should turn around, but it seems like it's not doing that. It's kind of annoying. Well. Blue Fox. I see your little berry as well. I think my berry is broken potentially. Please do me a favor and do not plant new seed if you already have a strawberry out, because that's gonna break something. Do not. I know when people are most likely to want to do it if I say do not, but let's see. I'm gonna try to make some other berries real quick while waiting, because I want people to be able to create their berry folk so they can have it reloaded later. So I guess right now I'm adding Barry Allen and Wiseberry. So I should probably make a different versions of that. I'm not sure if it's like enough space though. That's the hard part. I should probably make a spread versions of this. I think it's 32. Maybe. Yeah, like I don't know if 32 is too small, honestly. But we'll see. Let me know if something breaks. Tony says, where am I? Am I behind you? You're right here. I see you. Is the chat working? The chat is working, right? Mikori says, also always. I even changed my time. Thanks for the follow. Ole GB? Or Old GB? Old Game Boy, maybe? Yeah. By the way, you guys are agreeing that there's a possibility that you're wasting your channel points. It's not guaranteed to work, but do let me know if something doesn't work. Tony says, maybe make it possible to do various actions like kicking so that other berries go flying. That would be funny, actually. I should do that. Grace says, well, I know, it's okay. I have different class times depending on the day. Yay. Okay. You know what would be fun, though? If I make it so that people can only do this if they follow me. Thanks for the follow, Destinoka. Welcome. Blue Fox says, sorry, just got an ad. Could you repeat your response? Did you ask me a question? There's so many redemption. Hey, Ezra, it's been a while. Oh, I see. Hi, Blue Fox. Welcome, welcome. I don't know. Wait, I feel like I haven't noticed any chats here. Is the chat working? Chat. Yeah, it is working. Okay. Weird. Maybe I haven't been just paying attention. Let's see what the FPS is right now. Wait, it's there, right? Okay. Even if I don't focus it. Okay. Good. Nice. Oh, I see you said hi. Okay. Hi, Blue Fox. Welcome. Voice says, also yesterday I fell asleep midstream and woke up to you still streaming. Nice. Okay, so I still need to figure out what's the best streaming time for most of our viewers. I haven't figured that out. All right, look at all these little berry folk. My berry folk is just kind of stuck for some reason, so I think he's just gonna have to chill there. I was thinking it would be cool to have like a grid system where A 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, 10, and then A, B, C, D like this, and you can like place things on different part of the grid. But I feel like that's gonna get busy really quickly, so maybe not. Voice says Barry Thulu. Yeah. All right, Blue Fox. Hopefully you're not trying to purposely break it. You're in here. You don't have to do that anymore. My chat gets flooded. Destinoka says, hey, why you choose Godot? Have you ever tried Unity? I've tried Unity. You know, no particular reason other than the fact that Godot is open source. I mean, that was my main reason in the beginning. And it turns out Unity after I have selected already to go with Godot, when I first started out, they had the whole like drama, and I was like, oh, more the reason I want to go with something open source so then I have control over my own destiny. So that's where I'm at right now. I don't have particularly, like, we have plenty of viewers in my channel that's using both Unreal and Unity, so I don't have like any particular favoritism other than the fact that I'm used to Godot now. But I do think that Godot is pretty usable, lightweight, and less janky. But, you know, to each own. Okay. So one downside to making this really cheap, the redemption, is that my feed gets flooded with these redemptions, so it's hard to keep track. Greenest Josh says, I love Godot, open source, and a lot of write-ups, in my opinion. Yeah, I do like the community run tool aspect of it. It's pretty fun. Blue Fox says, I don't know, man. Null Studio says, from what I've heard. You know, we make our own opinions. Okay, somebody else is stuck here with me. Hopefully it's just me. You will turn around eventually. Chris says, feels amazing, man. Oh, we don't have that emote, apparently. Green Stress says, thoughts on Love 2D? Never used it, so sorry. But, I mean, people are making some games off of it, so there has to be something. Oh, there's a poll. The poll, who started this? Void, did you do this? Or McCree? It says, guys, should the berries be able to kick 400 points? Oh, that was Blue Fox, I'm sure. I think I vote yes on that, too. All right. Well, either way, I'm going to make a sprite version of this frame real quick. I'll make a berry folk sprite. And And then I'll probably do skinning later. Then he runs here. Okay. I'll set this as run or walk. And then I'll create a new frame and say this is a sit. There you go. And then I suppose we need a kick now then, huh? I just hope that it's not, people don't abuse. Okay, we're going to make a kick. Probably new frame, or not new frame. What is it? Kick. Okay. We need anticipation and swing, right? Destinoka says, can you show demo of your game? Well, right now I'm working on this thing. So this I'm using Godot right now to make a Twitch integration program right now. So this thing listens to the Twitch chat and then the redemption. So you see the little people and the plants that are right here, the thing that you planted, this is run by Godot right now. So right now, if you redeem watering, you get to see your plants grow and then eventually become a strawberry folk. So that's one of the games that we're doing. There's other games that I'm working on. Like I have a deck builder that's a tactics game where you control your characters on isometric tactics game with your cards. And another one is crew management, kind of like FTL-like Darkest Dungeon type of game. And then I have the dungeon crawler game that I've been working on until recently, until I got this idea. And I was like, oh, let me put this together real quick. I don't want to stop this Godot program right now, so I don't want to really show anything just yet. You should be able to see them in my VOD, otherwise on my YouTube channel. So sorry, I'll show later. Eventually we'll get to it. Null Studio says, Bellatra is 2D, love 2D. Hey, look, see? There's a thing that represents each tool, I think. Blue Fox says, me, I started it. Okay, cool. So we'll have some kick animation. I think that wouldn't be a bad idea. Greenish Josh says, it's the game that got me into it. The Bellatra? Nice. I do want to try out, I do want to at least find out what Love 2D is like. Wow, look at all these strawberry folks. Okay. I have a feeling even if I implement the kick until I restart the game, I don't think it'll work, but we'll see. All right, so kick is a yes. The poll has spoken. Chris says, you know about a sprite import sprite sheet functions, right? Yeah, no, I heard about it. I just am too scared to use anything new. You know what I mean? Like, I'm like, oh, I know how to use it. And like, I haven't figured out how it would consider. So for example, if I have a run animation here, right? But my kick animation is like, oh, it's not just isolated to this, but it's like this frame, then this. You know, how is it gonna manage, you know, repeating some of the frames from other thing? But I do want to look into it eventually. I heard it's really useful. Nolcio says, same, but I started Pico 8 because I heard it used Lua so I could mod. I'm a Bellatra addict. Nice. Green's just says, what's Pico 8? Huge Bellatra nerd too, Lamal. Yeah, the Bellatra is one game that I always play in my travel too. It's on my Switch. Green's just says, wait, that fit one sounds hype. That what? That fit one? Fit? I'm guessing one of the games I mentioned. I have a roguelike dungeon crawler that's a mining and crafting game that I've been working on. And then the FTL. Oh yeah, FTL one is pretty fun. I like the idea. It's crew management. It's mostly about stress management rather than actual like having to fight space fights and hectic things. I want it to be a turn-based in between. But there's at least an initial devlog on it in my YouTube. Cooley says hi. Hi, Cooley. Guy Noxon says, just realized I wrote 60,000 line of codes. Hi, all. Hello. Guy Noxon, welcome, welcome. That's a lot of lines of codes. Congrats. Those of you who are just joining us, I am making this right now. This is what I'm making right now. The little strawberry folks at the bottom. So the whole redemption to get your presence in the map or the stream, and I want to make little mini games. I'm making that in Godot right now. And we just voted that we want to have strawberry folks kick each other. So I'm going to try to make it. I have a feeling that it's going to get chaotic really quickly. So we'll see. We'll see. Okay. So I suppose, what would the kick look like? You need anticipation, right? So we squat, I think, like a turn body a little bit. So squat. And then this goes in like that. And then this comes forward like this, right? I'm imagining that the body gets turned over, right? I go whoop, boom. And then I'll make this little bent knee. I don't know. If I squat this way, I'll kick with this leg, right? So go like this. Boom. Up, up, bam. Like a extend right here, right? Open back up. Like that. Arm open. Run to target and kick. That would be funny, actually. FTL, my bad. Yeah, no, I finally understood. Hey, Ash Cash, welcome. Hello. Unfortunately, YouTube people can't join us in this fun of having roguelike, or not roguelike, but little berry folk. I guess I haven't figured out what to do with these like people overlapping with each other. Seems like sometimes people move at the same time. I don't know if that's a bug. Blue Fox says, Ezra, check the new poll. There's a new poll. Wow. It says, hydrate makes berry folk throw a water bottle at Ezra. Hey, somebody needs to keep track of this. I won't be able to remember all the things that gets included. Blue Fox Studio, let's see. How about I give you an assignment? Blue Fox, whenever you make a poll for a feature request, whenever it passes, put it on the suggestion chat on the Discord for me, please, because I don't think I can remember it. But yeah, let's see. Voice says run to target and kick. That could be fun. Nolstu says, what does FTL stand for? Is it foot long? No. FTL is faster than light. So for like space games, faster than light travel. Ashkesh says, how are you doing? We're doing well. Right now, we've switched gear from whatever we were working on. Gosh, this is our 5th project. When will I ever finish a project is probably a question. But this, I had to get it done. It just was such a fun idea. We're making a Twitch integration game thing where people can spawn their little berry folk and chat on the screen by redeeming points. Right now, it's like practically free. You just need 1 point to redeem some of these planting and watering. Green's Josh is still not watering. You should water your plants, Green or Josh. But yeah, so that's what we're working on. We're thinking they're going to be in interesting little mini games and such. You think the kick should be a redemption too? I think that could be fun, actually. McCoy says, you have to set a maximum size to be an edge of your camera. I think I'm hidden behind you. Are you? It's possible. Everybody's like getting stuck on the right side for some reason. I think I need a logic where, because I made it so that if it runs into wall, it turns around, but seems like it's not working very well. I might have to hard code some stuff here. So for example, or position.x is greater than, I don't know, let's say 1000. Then 1080, right? 1000. Then have it turn around. Yeah. This is not going to work very well because I think it's going to go if you're on the at the very edge. We probably should. I think what I'm actually going to do here. Flip the velocity when it hits this. For the time being right now, because everybody's on the edge, I'm going to have to make it so that it's negative of absolute value right now, because I think few people will get stuck in there. I'm at the left wall. Chris, I know. Left wall detection for some reason works okay. I don't know why it does that. Oh, by the way, if you do lurk, yeah, if you do lurk, your little guy sits. You see, Void is sitting down right now. I don't know how I'm going to tell everybody these commands. Ashcash says, I just wanted to visit. Unfortunately, I don't have much time. You're much loved. Oh, thank you. Thank you. I appreciate it. Ashcash, thanks for stopping by. I might want to get rid of my guy. Void says, I'm out of date. I see you in a while as. All right, bye, Void. Green says, huge. We bury. Yeah, exactly. It is definitely getting crowded. I don't know what to do about this, if this is a good thing or not. Oh, they turn around pretty early, huh? Seems like 1000 is about here. Yeah, okay. We're gonna probably 1920. So we'll go to 1800s. I'll allow you to go further. Can you make them scale with size of berries? Size of berries? What do you mean? Like so that the rarer ones are bigger and stand out more. Ooh, good idea. Maybe they should shine. Hold on, let me do kick and then I'll add 2 more types. I have a Barry Allen and Wiseberry, I think, is what we're going to do here. We're going to turn back to normal, but swing like that. So, a little bit of smear. Uh-huh. And then have this smear too. A little confusing, but I think this will read fine. So go squish, boom, like that. It looks ugly right now, but once I draw everything in, I think it should make sense. And then have this be going up like this. Go like that. Then put little... No, none of that. Oh, whoop, whoop. And then last one is freeze frame with the fix. We'll fix it to be like this. Let's see. Oh, there's a lot of information here. The smear frame looks a little bit funky. I think maybe the eyes being freaky is not necessary. I'll fix this part. Let's see. A little bit of movements here. And I think I'm going to have the arm raised a little bit. And then this as well. Like so. We go from squat, boom, fix. There you go. Michael White says, how do you make the different tabs for run and kick? Like this right here. You select the frames and you right click and do set loop selection. Then it creates a little section for it. Okay, I still see a little bit of flicker on top. Klee says, this is such a cool project. I love it. Thank you. Thank you. It's been fun. It's definitely entertaining at the least. I think the anticipation frame, boom, probably should be a little longer. So I would say on the animation, sprite frame, probably should fix it over here on Berry Folk. We'll create a kick, which will be, I suppose it should be 32. I guess I should trim it down to 32. Then export it. We'll do one of these. Output file as a Berry Folk sprite. We'll probably have to update all these, so I'll do that. Hopefully it won't break everything. If it does, then we're gonna test if the file save works well or not. I go anticipation, kick, smear. All right. And we're going to basically increase the anticipation to be a 2-frame action. And so we're going to test it. I think 8 is good. Maybe 7. There you go. It's pretty good. Michael says, awesome, thanks. Yeah, no problem. Thanks for the follow, Greenest Josh. Let's see. You know, what is the end goal to this? It's funny because, like, if I make my stream a game... Whoa, why is everybody over here now? Okay, it's just coincidence, right? Okay. All right. Kick's not available yet. Gee. Should it be a command or redeem? What do you think? Cooley says command for now? Yeah, I think you're right. All right, so on the main, we'll probably do something for the kick here. I got to make sure not to save my file until I have everything set up. Oh. Ah, shoot. Hopefully that didn't break everything. Yeah, I mean, right now all we have is lurk. Oh, what happened to void? Me too. Interesting. Did I break the lurk? Wait, why is everything updated? I thought I made it unique. Hold on. Oh? Huh. Interesting. Void has become void, yeah. Chris tried lurking. It's not working. All right, everyone. I'm going to stop the app real quick. Cooley, can you grow your plant real quick? Oh, it's not working. Okay. It's because it crashed. Let me restart. Just give me a second. No. Wait a second. All right. This is a test here. Everybody who had a strawberry folk before, type something in the chat. Okay. All right. Anybody who had a strawberry folk before, if you now just type something in the chat, your strawberry folk should spawn. Tanuki, hello. So far, we only got Chris. I think your lurk should work now, Chris. Perhaps I should run this separately. Maybe I need a test version. Oh, Avaneth with the plant. Nice. I'm going to get mine. Get mine. Cooley says, oh, did you make a states and that can save? Yeah, I did. I'm going to make it lurk. There you go. More plants. Arvaneth, you got to water your plants to grow it. You want different types of plants? I feel like, so yeah, it's a water redeem. I mean, it's only 1 point, so it shouldn't be too much. I don't think it has a cooldown either. Not to be confused with hydrating. There you go. You gotta water it quite a bit, so you'll see it. It'll grow. Let's see. So we got the kick animation in there. So I think we want to add a variable called is kicking. That's set value. Oh, I spelled kicking wrong. Kicking equals value. If is node ready, select animation. And I'm thinking it's gonna prioritize kicking over walking. If is kicking, we'll play kick. And I gotta make sure it's not a loop. And then when animation finishes, I believe. Do I have that connected? I don't think so. I guess I'll do this right here. When animation finishes, over here, if is kicking, we're going to set this to false. Hopefully that won't break anything. Okay, cool. Arvineth says, I think I'm happy being a not fruit. Okay, that's fine. You can make it one more level bigger if you want to be a luscious plant. Kick left. And you can't control it. Deal. Wait, how did Tony come live? Tony, oh, he wrote an error name. Okay, cool. There you go. You got a little budding plant. Aw, Arvineth is a little cute plant here. Loki kind of looks good. I mean, like, I didn't realize it was going to be this low contrast in terms of shading, but I think it's like giving that nice feel to it, I think. It's nice. All right. So we'll do first, I'm not going to make it do anything other than the animation. For now, we'll just make it so that it plays the animation. All right. Let's see. Kick. And then it freezes. Nice. Definitely not intended. Oh no, everybody is frozen in their kick motion. It looks so silly. All right, once it kicks, it goes to animation. Oh, it's probably because I didn't connect it. Yeah. It's because this doesn't trigger because whatever's already on here, whatever's already on, it's already not connected. So technically, all right, this is a little hacky. I'm going to have to remove this code after doing it. So I can make it connect by doing if can I see if it's connected or not? Animation finished is connected. Has connections. So if it is connected to this, if it is not, then we can make it so that this is connected to this. This is temporary fix. I'm going to have to remove this afterwards. Remove this line on relaunch. And then I got to make sure this is false. All right, ready? There you go. Everybody should be good now. Yay! Back to normal. Kick. Bah! And then it just stops, though. Oh, it's walking. Okay, cool. Chris, it seems like a good use case for an animation tree. It does, doesn't it? I definitely want to have a behavioral tree. Irvin, I think you have no body to kick with. I'm sorry. Cooley says kick works, now just add unkick. No. I'm going to lurk here real quick. Oh, why is my lurk not working? I think there are multiple instances of you. The text is weird. Oh, is there? Hey, I can't lurk anymore. What the heck? Wait. I'm kicking while I'm moving. I think my character died somehow. Text is weird looking. Oh. Hi. Why is there two Mikuris? Wait, what? Oh no. It was not it was not waiting. I'm infinite. One of you is fake. It's a ghost. Oh, thanks for the follow, Fox Shadow. Okay, so one thing that I don't have right now is that if you're a plant, you're not saved. If somebody else other than me try to kick and then lurk. Setting the bounds to the outside of the camera? What do you mean? I don't have any camera in here in this game. You guys are on canvas layer right now. Oh, Tony is not lurking. Huh, interesting. I wonder why the resting is not working. There might be a priority issue. You know what? Oh, yeah, that's right. This probably. I should make it so that the resting is priority. Yeah. And then if it is resting under the process. Yeah. Chris says, vote Barry Folk in front of streamer camera. Wait, is it not? Also, I'm getting that reverse shine again. All right. I'll put them in front of me. They're officially in front of me. Wait. Actually, no, it was already in front. Hold on. There you go. Okay, see? McCoy says, no, I know. I just mean like make the area they can walk smaller so they don't go behind you. Oh, well, right now they're going in front of me. I do have the play area. I just need to reduce it. So over here, I have Barry area. And if I make this smaller, or actually I could just make this smaller. Here I can move it over. There's multiple things happening right now. I also made it so that I just do one of these. There you go. Should be able to. There you go. I think. Oh, wait. I might have to zoom in a little bit. There's a little area. There you go. Okay, I'm gonna close the window real quick. Okay. All right. Nice. Fun little thing happening. All right. Time to add kicks, right? Arvaneth, if I restart this game, you're gonna lose your plant, by the way. So just an FYI, it's gonna happen. I'm gonna try to make a actual kicking motion now. Suppose. What are we calling it? We said hurtbox is where you can hurt others with, and hitbox is where you get hit, or is it the other way around? Hitbox is your hit, like what you're hitting with, right? And hurtbox is where you receive the damage, right? Arvaneth. No, I mean, it doesn't mean you have to increase it. I'm just saying you're going to lose it once I restart it after I make this change. How about the size of the berry, folks? What do you guys think? Should it be bigger? So we'll create a collision real quick. Oh my god. Ugh. Their hitbox and then character hurt box. And we'll say this one resides in hitbox. And then this one resides in World of Hurt box. Hitbox detects hurtbox. And then hurtbox does not monitor anything. It's monitorable, meaning it can be detected, right? That's what that means. If true, other monitoring areas can detect this area, yeah, but it's not doing any monitoring. Hitbox is monitoring, but it is not monitorable. Yeah. Okay. Arvina says, I'm hit less as a tree. Immortal. Yeah. Trees are immortal. Unless you can destroy someone else's tree. That would be really bad gameplay, honestly. Okay. I don't know how you would put... I don't think you can treat character body as physics body, unfortunately. It's not like it's rigid body. So when we're kicking, I'm going to say... well, if I'm flipping the sprite, should I flip the direction too? Because hitbox of the berry folk, for example, looks something like this, I'm guessing. Oh. Right? So if you're overlapping or in front, you get hit. And then the hurt box would be its own body. I should probably have different colors for these, honestly. So, can this be flipped? What happens if I flip? No, I can't. What about this one? Flip. No. No flip on this one either. Does this have a flip? No. I wonder if there needs to be a directional hit. I mean, technically it's a flip if I do -1 scaling. Oh. But that's going to mess up with a lot of other things. I'm sure. Yeah. Chris says, maybe have to collision shape for left and right. Enable only one, yeah. Left collision, and then right collision. And we basically disable based on direction. Oh my gosh. Okay. So over here, I suppose I would make it so that I'll probably depend on the flip here. This is facing left. So we'll say left collision. I'll do this, I guess. Left hit box, right hit box. And so we would say we're facing left. We would say this is disabled equals false, and right hitbox disabled is true, and then other way around. I am not doing equating to this because I wanted to stay to the side it's flipped towards at 0. So basically, I'm not making any flip changes when it's facing the right way. Oh, that's right, because I gotta restart. Sorry, everyone. You guys are going to lose the berry folk a little bit. Actually, hold on. Before I do that, let me implement the kicking. So on hitbox, when the kick is executed, if it is kicking while the animation is playing, I suppose we want to... McCoy says, in the main scene, there has to be a dev-only red box of your camera area, so it's like, don't put stuff here. Ooh, you know what? That's a good idea. I'm going to have to do that. But I also change my camera setting all the time. Hold on, am I lagging? It feels slightly laggy. Am I crazy? I think I do feel a little bit of lag. Can't be terminal. I mean, definitely Godot, I'm sure. Of course, you're not lagging. At least I don't see it. I feel like I feel a little stuttery, but we'll see. All right. Okay. So kicking gets enabled, animation gets played. Simultaneously, separately, I want to make it so that while kicking, so I want to do this on process actually. I'm going to remove this now. Let's see. We're already born. Are we touching the wall? We're flipping. We have behaviors here. This is walking behavior. If it's not resting, do all these things. So I can walk and kick at the same time. This is the facing of the person. And basically, if we are kicking and the hitbox I suppose we need to have force apply force thing going on here. Chris says, shouldn't you only change velocity in process physics? Should you? I just heard that the process physics just runs a little less. I mean, I know that's the standard practice, but I've never had issues with running it under process. McCoy says, learned with forms, basic, in C# class today. WinForms, like window form. First thought that came to my head is it outdated? It looks old. It does look old. I actually am not familiar with it, actually. Sorry, guys, you lost your strawberry folks. You'll get your strawberry folks back with the ability to kick. So just give me a sec. I'm thinking about this. All right. If when we're in a kicking motion and state, and then the hitbox has collision, get collision body? Is it? Body, something about body or bodies. Yeah, get overlapping areas. Get overlapping areas. Or get has, I guess. Has overlapping areas. Then we're going to grab all the areas. Wait, I'm pretty sure I have hitbox here up here already. And for them, hurtbox in get their parent. And ideally, all I want to do is apply force, technically. But thing is, straw, hold on. Berry folk. Apply. Whoa, what is that? Allows to manually apply a snap to the floor. No, that's not floor. Apply force, I think. Because it's not a rigid body, I can't just do a physics simulation on it. So I will say apply force or impulse. And then we'll do some sort of... Chris says, doing it in process can cause inconsistent movement or physics bugs since process runs at a variable FPS, not fixed timestamp like physics. That's why I do the delta-based calculation. Because this delta means time since last call, right? This would make it so that it's FPS dependent or independent, I think. Because I'm making movements not per frame, but per second. Yeah. I don't know. So I'm treating the process as UPS, update per second, as opposed to FPS. Maybe. I don't know. I'll have to see. So we're just going to apply some force here. Probably the direction. Direction it's facing. Right. So direction it's facing would be our kick direction. Is vector to right if it's not flipped. Otherwise, left. And so we want to say kick direction times vector 2 of, I don't know, 1,000 and negative 1,000. I have a bad feeling about this, but we'll see. And we definitely need to implement apply force now. So when we go func apply force, and force that is vector 2 here. I think I want it to be actually initial velocity, actually, for now. Like, treat it as initial velocity. So velocity, so we're just going to add the force value as a velocity. So 1,000 is going to be pretty big. And hold on. Floor. Stop on slope, constant speed, block on wall. I don't know if this is going to do anything, but we'll see. Tony says, when I was doing custom physics in Godot, process with delta and calculation was causing some weird collision bugs. And physics process with delta and same code hasn't any bugs. So I agree that velocity and other physics related stuff should be updated in physics process. I see. Damn. My only thing is that I'm going to have to fish this out. Though I guess most of these are velocity calculation anyway, so I guess I could just do this and hope that it works fine. Hopefully I don't have any like animation related codes in there. We'll see. All right, since 2 people said it. Okay. I do know that the collision detection that are baked in Godot only happens during physics process frame. So maybe that's why it causes some issues like that. Okay, well, hold on. So when I apply force, I'm just adding a velocity. I think what I want to do is if we're flying, meaning we're not on the floor, no, I think our hold on. For now, I think I'm going to make it so that velocity sets to 0 on X velocity, unless I'm treating it as on air. Okay, only thing is, like, I don't know if it's going to actually detect the flooring well or not. That's going to be the issue. When we hit the floor, we're going to set the velocity to 0 in X direction. And if we're walking, we're going to set the X velocity. Yes. So we are resetting the velocity every frame. Let's try that. So we say if is on floor, we're going to say velocity X is 0 for now. And this thing right here, instead of setting it once and being done with it, we'll probably do... but that's... I hate that. It just doesn't feel right. I don't want to have a flag just for being airborne. But that seems like the easiest ways to solve it. So like, if you're not on the floor, you're airborne. Right? Is airborne. And if while being airborne and touching the floor, you set the velocity X to 0. So you don't bounce. You just hit the floor while in the air. I have a feeling this is going to have some side effect, but we'll see. Give me. Oh, okay. Immediately not falling. Also, why are you kicking? Oh, that's probably why. Default. And but I thought I made it so that, hold on. It starts. I'm gonna have to do some debugging here. Oh, hey guys. I love being able to spell physics process correctly. All right. Well, there it is. Give me. There it is. Not moving. I'm guessing it's considering being on the floor inaccurately. Yeah. It's on the floor. It is not airborne. It's not on the wall. So it should be actually moving around, but it's not. Wait, why is it? Okay. All right. Just wait. We're going to try to kick. I need more targets. People come in. There you go. 1, 2. Almost. Oh my. Okay. It's not intended, but hilarious nonetheless. Oh, hold on. What? Hold on. What's happening here? Kick direction. Oh, we're multiplying it. That's why. Okay. 1,000 is a little bit too much, it seems. I'll do this right there. Okay. That's crazy. Arvaneth says, kick me. That's not going to do anything. All right. I'm going to try to kick again. Who is this one? Oh, Mikuri. Are you planning on letting us at someone? Oh. Oh my God. I lost my guy. I don't know how that happened. That could be a cool feature. We should. I need a ticket. I need a ticket system to start collecting these features that I approve. I approve of that feature. I don't know how I'm going to remember this. Arvaneth says, I want to fly like a dandelion. Mikuri, I do definitely want to say at would allow me to chase that person. I think that could be fun. Well, I'm trying to think why it's doing that. Why is it moving me? Oh, wait, what? Is it detecting itself? Oh, it must be. I get it. Okay, so it's also applying the kick to self. So what we actually need to do is exclude its own hurt box. So we want to filter for area where area get parent is self. Wait, is that not going to work? Does it require one more? Well, that's correct, I think. Get parent. Expected type specific after is. Oh. And filter true means it gets filtered out. Yeah. Is even means. Oh, no. True means it gets included. So it's actually not a filter. So we're only including the ones that are not self. All right. Maybe add jump so you can avoid kicks if you are lucky enough. Maybe. There you go. Wait, what happened to my animation though? There you go. Okay. Okay, that feels a little bit more doable. I do want to say it should be less lateral, but more less horizontal, more vertical. So let's do about 40 and then 250. All right. Get ready, Mikori. I'm about to kick you. Come on. Well, you're the only target that's out there. Kick a developer Ezra. Doesn't work like that. No sir. Maybe I need to have like a little guard timing. We can't have a battle royale. Aha! Wait, but animation didn't seem like it played, did it? Oh, it's because it's moving at the same time. I think I need to make it so that it doesn't walk around when it's trying to kick. So this whole like movement thing, this is like it stops walking. I think when is kick comes through, is walking needs to just be false. Like don't walk while kicking. Right? Tony's lurking. Oh! Oh my gosh. Hold on. I messed up a bunch of stuff. Hold on. Yeah. Why are you walking while you're resting? I don't know. You're definitely resting, so you shouldn't be moving around like that. Definitely need animation tree. Okay. So right now, if you lurk while you're in the middle of walking animation, you sit and glide. So you got to lurk when you're actually paused right now. Arvineth says, if not jump, could hide in earth to avoid kicks. Yeah, that could be fun. McCory, can one of you lurk? I want to see if I can kick lurking people. Like people who are just sitting. I mean, I don't see why I wouldn't, but I want to know if that'll mess people up. All right, here I come. Curse. There you go. Only thing is, oh, why am I so fast? Okay. Hold on. Why am I increasingly getting faster and faster? Oh, man, this is so buggy. I made a bad decision here somewhere. Okay, let me think. So I apply a velocity, which adds to it. People become airborne and stop before me and myself. Okay. Let's think. when someone lurks, they say they're gonna rest. Animation comes through, and the sitting animation takes precedence. So you sit down, and you are now officially resting. During the physics process, you were in the middle of moving. I do think that probably then I should do it so that if you're resting, I mean, there's nothing about it. You definitely need to just is walking is false, and velocity needs to be vector 0, 0, 0. Like, why would you be walking around if you're resting? So you don't slide around unless you get kicked. Oh. It's not a loop. So why are you guys doing squats here? Chris says maybe you overlap with your own hurtbox. Yeah, I thought I did too, and I filtered it. I filtered for the overlap, but seems like it's yeah, I don't know. We'll see. Stop lurk, Mikori. If you wanna stop lurk sitting down, you gotta do exclamation stop lurk. New emote discovered. I'm not really sure why that happens right now. Let's see. Hi, Renegade. Dancing. Oh, people are really exploring the kicks. Okay, when you're kicking, though, it should probably take precedence, right? You're no longer resting if you're kicking, obviously. So I should definitely do that. Why is lurking squatting like a madman? Here, lurk. Okay, I gotta fix that. I don't know why it's keep... Oh, is it because it's keep playing this? Select animation. That makes no sense. I'm playing it once. Why does it keep coming through? Who's calling it? Oh. Oh, I see. Okay. Remember that changing the bool flags in the setter will call the other setters too. Okay. That's why you like using the setter pattern. Like the full setter. Renegade, is your watering broken? I know I had to break points, so that might... No, it's okay, it's there. Cool. I know what's happening here. As Chris said, it's triggering other select animation thing. So if it's kicking, if you are resting, you sit, but you're playing it. I think I need to be careful here, so I don't want to do that. We're changing that. But what we are actually doing is, if we're resting, you don't want to walk around. Let's see. Did I hear animation tree cup up? Dude, I'm not about to learn that right now. I'll learn it eventually, I promise. Wait, what's happening? It froze. Error. Uh-oh. Sorry, Renegade. I think we're going to have to restart the app real quick. Renegade said I'm going for the moon. You might be able to... your strawberry might be already registered, so all you have to do is chat. NPEC says, hey, can we see the game? Yeah, of course. Right now, we're actually taking a little detour right now. We're making a Twitch integration, so less game, but more like Twitch integration game. So you can redeem stuff to get characters on the... Give me my character. On the screen. But this is a saved character. So in order for you to get a plant, you need to redeem planting and then give them water to raise them into these little strawberry folks. So we're just kind of making this game right now, little mini game at the moment. Arvinet says, gotta go, but it's been a good time. Thanks. Goodbye. Twanda Game Dev says, I would love to see your streams, but I'm tired. Oh, I'm so sorry. NPEC says, that's really cool. Yeah, thank you. I think I have a great ideas to make this more fun. We're going to do some combat, some raids. I think I'm actually looking forward to getting raided and that actually spawning a raid boss whenever we get raided. That could be really fun. Hold on. Lurk. Stop lurk. Okay, can I lurk and then kick? It goes immediately back to lurking after a kick. Interesting. Rain time. Woohoo! Okay, we got the Renegade Strawberry. All right, I'm going to kick some people here. Kick. Ah, hold on. To be frank, you should be able to kick someone who's lurking. Yeah, I think it works. It should. It just doesn't make them move. They just stay still, I think. I'm going to try to kick Tony here. If he will go. Come on. Here we go. Kick. Oh. Wait, what? What the? Tony can kick me. Hold on. Why can't I not kick the lurking people? Oh, I see. I know what it is. Shoot. Is resting. Yeah, because I'm setting it to 0 if you're resting. I guess if you're resting, because I'm trying to prevent it from sliding around. I set the walk velocity here. You know what? I'm going to have to make it so that the walk velocity gets set up on every frame. As opposed to being set once and done. So we're going to do less velocity plus equals, but velocity equals, I think. Oh, NPEX. Oh, my cam. Hold on, let me test. Seems like it's okay on my side. Might be your network, maybe? I don't know. I'm looking at my OBS. I know for a fact that sometimes this makes it so that I lag. Should be okay, I think. Let's see. Okay, Renegade is kicking. That's okay. Let me think about this real quick. So when you're resting, you're overriding basically everything. I don't want that. I suppose let's see. Don't set the velocity to 0. I want to do this if you're walking and resting at the same time. Then we want to flip the walking to be false. And then we want to set the x velocity to 0. So this only happens if both are true. So it's a transitory shape. Ugh. So hopefully this will allow me to still kick people that are moving around. Or kick people that are sitting on the ground. There you go. There you go. I want to make it so that you can't, when you kick while moving around, I also need to do, okay. I need to make it so that the kick only triggers on the kick frame. So on animation, when we're kicking, overlapping areas, we need to make it so that we check for the frame here. And I think if we're kicking, we should probably check is hit frame, which I guess would be animated sprite 2D, frame number, and we're looking for kick frame of 1 and 2, I think, or 0, 1, 2, 3, right? Because we're playing this twice, I think. I don't know if I multiply this, we'll find out. Is greater than 1. 0, 1, yeah. So it should only kick on later version. So his hit frame is going to say, I mean, technically I could just do this up here. Let's see, because it's kicking a little bit too fast, I think. Kick. NPEX, if you want your strawberry, you got to water the plant, by the way. There you go. Okay. There's a water your plant to redeem on the redemption. Okay, I think that's a little bit smoother, I think. Yeah. But you got to water it quite a bit. It's only 1 point, so I thought it's going to be easy to get, but okay, I think it's working pretty well. It seems like it's only activating on the frame that I want it to. Okay. How fast do people accumulate points, by the way? I actually don't know. Generic B, hey, looks fun. What Twitch integration are you using, or did you code your own? I'm using Twitcher by Connie Dev. We raid Connie Dev every now and then. It's a pretty cool tool. I did have to make changes a little bit to make sure it doesn't lag my computer. But overall, okay. I also want to make it so that when I'm kicking, when I start kicking, I don't walk. So another thing here, if is walking and is kicking, I want to make it so that velocity also is vector 0, 0, is walking is false. You know, optimal code is not my thing right now. I really don't care. I just want it to work. All right, so it'll stop and kick, I think. Yeah, there you go. Perfect. Out of bits, I'm sorry. Or the channel thing. You just need one more. It's only 1 point, so I feel like you should accumulate that pretty quickly. Right? How long does it take? Is it not 1 point to water? It is. Okay. So you should be able to get it soon. Sorry. Links are not allowed right now. Sorry. Uh, Null Studio says, I've returned. Nice. Impex says, no problem, I'll wait. Hey, it's one motivation to stay on stream. All right. Oh, that's a huge kick. Maybe we should make the vertical a little bit less. Maybe like 100 instead, right? Hey, welcome Impex. A newborn. Celebratory kick. Generic says the standard earning rate is 12 points per hour of active viewing, but this can be enhanced through subscriber bonuses and what? Only 12 points per hour? That seems a little ridiculous. How are people gathering 1,000 points then? Hour? That's not true. Okay, I like kicking. It's kind of funny. Hypnotic says it's around 350. Okay, 350. That sounds good. Hey, Hypnotic. Okay, we got new commands here. We got lurk. We got stop lurk. We got kick. And I feel like my computer's lagging now. Am I crazy? Here. Okay, I think we're okay. I feel like FPS is still good. I do wonder if I should vertical sync that because to limit the FPS. Because it's doing 1,000 frames per second. That's a little bit too much. It's a lot of processing that's unnecessary. I might have to clamp it. Generic says, ha, sorry, dang, internet researching. Watch it be some AI answer. Daddy says, is this 2D or 3D? Looks 2D. Yeah, it's 2D. We're I don't know if you've heard what we're doing, but we're making a little Twitch integration right now. So you can see these little strawberries in the chat. This is a result of my Godot program that I'm making. So we're making a little mini game. We just implemented the kick. We implemented lurk and unlurk. So things are going well, I would say. Generic says non-subs equals 50 points every 15 minutes. That's off of Twitch page itself. Oh, I see. Okay. So obviously you guys should sub, right? That's the answer. Okay. Renegade says almost got Chris again. All right. We should have kick count here. Kick scoreboard, right? No, am I doing too much? Dada Dees says definitely not Dees. Dada dies. Oh, Dada dies, but I'll hang out a bit. Oh, thank you. Okay. Welcome. I do think that there could be a fun little scoreboard thing if we do a little like dodge or block thing. Or like you're forced to lurk if you get hit like 5 times or something. The spam prevention is messaging with my top score. Or messing with your top score, yeah. Well, I definitely have advantage because I have absolutely no delay. It's actually, I'm surprised at how fast the message comes through. All right, I'm gonna lurk here. That's funny. All right. Sick. Let's give it a skin, shall we? We'll give a little beer. The wise berry, right? Our wiseberry is coming through. I'm having a little bit too much fun, I think. Thanks for something. I don't know. Somebody did something here. Notification says, oh, Bomando. Thanks for the sub on YouTube. Welcome. Generic B says, if they are a winner, they are awarded VIP for a short period of time. I don't know what VIP would be. MPEG says, help! Wait, what's happening? Are you stuck somewhere? No, you're over here. Oh, you were getting kicked, I'm sure. Renegade's in here. Who's not in here? That's in the chat. Plant your plants, y'all. Tony's testing the chat here. Renegade says, kick someone out of the viewport and you get 1 goal. There definitely needs to be a little goalpost that people can kick people into. Crawl hat skin to the winner, maybe. We need a merch, like a hat, and it's just the strawberry folk with the little kicking animation. It's just one of these. What do you call? It's just one of these. And then that's the logo on the hat, and you get that for free. Aosorias Sorarisu, is that right? Blue something says planting. You got to redeem plant. There you go. Yeah, water your plant. Though I guess the visual variation, blues. I don't know what sorarisu means. But the visual variation of having some plants is kind of nice, though. That's for sure. Renegade says, I got NPEX. Nice, nice. Crown, I mean. Oh, crown. Oh, if you're a winner, you get a little crown on your berry. That could be fun. So it's not like a scoreboard. It's just, you got to kick the person with the crown. Sorarisu says blue sky squirrel. Oh, I see. All right, Sora means sky. Oh, I guess I didn't know. Well, I gotta learn. Okay. Anyways, let's add these wiseberry skin here. So wiseberry, go up. Oops. Oops. We want to make it so that it kind of moves down, right? Is this too much texture? Potentially here. Let me simplify this a little bit. I'm going to do this. So it goes like that. And then make this dark. And make this dark. And maybe I'll outline this so you can see better. Like so. Okay. Thanks for the follow, our Sorarisu. Dadadai says, how long have you been doing game dev, and is it mostly fun and chill for you? I think it's mostly fun and chill. I've been doing it for 2 years now, officially. At least I've been doing it for 2 years on this channel. I kind of don't like the outline. Maybe it's okay. It is pretty chill, but on my YouTube channel, I have a lot of dev vlogs and tutorials and such. So, I mean, I guess chill is relative. Either way. But it's not just all fun and games in that, like, I'm not doing only the silly ideas. Sorry, I'm distracted here. I do have actually official projects that I work on. with the goal of actually posting on Steam and such. But you know, things are rough sometimes. I like to have fun. Okay, this one needs to go down, I think. So you want this beer to point down in this case. That. Sorry, I'm super distracted though right now. I'm focusing on my... Okay. I think that will work. Just need to make sure the outlines are cleaned up a little bit. Maybe I don't outline these. Yeah, I'm gonna get rid of the outlines here. Okay. And so we get rid of these. So go boop, boop. Point down. Wider. I'm gonna put a little background color here so I can actually see what's going on. So I'll put it in this. Oops. Ah, jeez. Wrong layer again. But yeah, I hope that answered the question. Sorry, I'm really bad at answering right now. I'm also a little bit tired. But I was basically saying I do wish to release game on Steam, so it's not just all fun and game. Rico says, hello, what is the game about? Right now we're making a Twitch integration game. So you see little strawberry folks that are walking around. This is the Twitch chat. You can redeem some points on Twitch chat to add your character in here and do things like kick other characters, do a little chat. Hello. And maybe have little mini games here and there in the future. So I'm basically making a little stream integration game. And at the moment, in this very moment, I'm creating a skin. To have different types of collection. Because I do want to make it so that you can have some collections, little gachapon or blind box situation, which could be fun, I think. Like that. Nice. Maybe I need to make it a little bit thicker down here. Uh-huh. Oh, that's fun. Okay. And then we're going back down, so this will come down here. Like that. So let's see what that looks like. A little too fast, so it's hard to tell, but then this one I'll just copy this, I think. That looks so silly. All right. So yeah. So I'm making a little skin. I think I can use this one actually. It's our infamous Wiseberry. There you go. Cool. Tony says, I kicked 2 folks at the same time, yo. Yeah, you got the kick mechs. But yeah, hopefully I answered your question, Rico, if you're still around. Renegade is having a great time. Just kicking people. The best time in your life. Never had more fun in your life, I'm sure. We'll make the Wiseberry sprite. And this is a rare one, I think. So we'll do... I have a feeling if I change this, everything else is going to change, even though I said make unique. Oh, no. Okay, good. Berry folk. It's got a kick. Okay, cool. So Wiseberry. We'll replace some of these things now. Default. Sit. I mean, technically, I could make it so that the beard is a decoration on top, but I feel like that's not in the spirit of customized character. Kick. We'll have anticipation, kick, and then we set this as 2 frame. Let's see, Berry Folk. I think the kick is 7 FPS. Yes. Okay, so Wiseberry here. Kick is 7 FPS. Boom. Renegade says, Null got me, lol. Imagine you could kick the seed plant to make it go back to last stage or lose 1 water. Trolling each other, as fun as it is, I try not to make that a mechanic. Could get angry, like dramatic real quickly. Renegade says first redeemer of the stream would be a bully. Yeah, exactly. All right. Let's see. So we're gonna do something here. So the idea is you have the skin you've already collected. Now, even if you have a berry, you can replant a seed for the chance of getting the exclusive skins or limited skin. So what I'm going to do is, I think I'm going to make a skin counter. So for example, I can put out 3 Wiseberry skins, and then people will have to rush to get them. And you have certain chance of getting the special one. Yeah, I think so. Does that consider gambling, even though it's for free, you know? So here it is. So on the overlay, let's add... Chris says, can I submit my own skin? Yeah, you can. To do, like... Yeah, you know what? Why not? Submit your own skin. That could be fun. Should that cost anything? No. You're actually doing work for people, I guess. Yeah, you can submit your own skin. For now, I don't see the reason to limit that. Okay, we're gonna do a panel, probably panel container, maybe. And then this one is going to be Berry Folk limit. And we're probably going to have some sort of VBox container here, which is filled. That's good. And we'll say add a label and say available Berry Folks. And then, for example, we can have one that's like texture rect, and then it's going to be label, and then do label that's account. And this one just says X. Infinity symbol ASCII. Conic says today. Yeah, we're still making the interaction. Can I do that? There you go. Can I have a bigger infinity symbol? Is there a bigger infinity Unicode symbol? Or is that it? Yeah, I think that's it. Oh. Okay. So we could do one of these. So by default, the idea is, let's texture here. And we'll have Berry Folk. Like this one is, 0, 0, 32, 32. What does that look like? Is it even showing up here? Oh, it's not showing up. Wait, why is it not showing up? Layout, top left. Yeah. I thought it would show up on the screen as I add them, but I guess not. Chris says, can I say no? I saw that. Renegade says, that's a bit extreme. Don't skin yourself. Wouldn't like that term. Conic says, what's the ultimate goal? Just a mini game right now. I want to make a little collectible game. Just fun space for people to interact with the stream. They get to see themselves on here. We can have little tournaments. We can have little battle royale. I do want a raid. I think that could be fun where people collect different like loadouts. I mean, the end goal is that this is a game. This is like some sort of multiplayer game where people can have loadout with their collectibles that they've been collecting throughout the stream, and then use that as kind of like the strategy to defeat enemies or be the best or whatever. But this is what I'm looking at, like this. So I guess for now, I think I'm going to probably, I don't know, a fleck color. Semi-transparent. And then we'll do content margin. Let's see, 100. That's a lot. 30, 30, 30, 30. We have available Berry Folks. We'll make this font 32 maybe. So we have this. And then I guess this should, yeah. I think that's okay. And then I should be able to configure some of these things. Kaleido No Scope says, I've been a software engineer for 2 months and now I want to make games. Would you recommend learning pixel art or Blender? It depends on what you like better. I heard like if you get started on 3D games and learn Blender, it's no harder than learning 2D art. Depends on like where you are with the art. I just prefer the aesthetic of the 2D art. That's why I like pixel arts. But you know, I think what's important is whatever you might feel most excited about is probably where you start. But, you know, technically speaking, yes, 2D games are easier to implement. But with how things are these days with available documentations and everything, if you do want to really do 3D, then it's not too bad, is what I hear. Okay. All right, time to add elderberry or wiseberry. Let's see. Available berry folk. I guess this should be I don't know how I'm gonna make it so that because I want to launch these applications without opening Godot. So I don't want configuration to be done only through Godot project because I don't want to have to rebuild it every time I change the availability. Kaleido No Scope says, I recently started playing Stardew Valley, so I'm leaning towards pixel art. Oh, great. Yeah. Pixel art is nice. I do like it. There's a lot of things you can do creatively. Okay. Let's see. I'm going to lurk my character real quick. Nice. Fun little things happening here. So I want to make it so that different things can be redeemed. I'm thinking probably for now. I'm gonna suppose it should be config here somewhere. Folder config. Thanks for the follow, Kaleido No Scope. Are you guys just kicking each other? I like how the kick while you're lurking is just getting up really quickly and sitting back down. Still. Okay. I feel really stiff though. All right, let's see. You know what? I'm going to get some water. I'll be back. I'm thirsty. Let me let that simmer for a little bit. Gotta mute myself. Sorry. Thanks for the raid, Matt Chirpy. Jeez. Right when I went to go get water, here, I'll give you a shout out. Shout out to Matt Chirpy. Hello, Raiders. Sorry, I didn't greet you. I don't know how long you guys been here. We do game devs here. Godot specifically. Do tell us about your stream. How did your stream go? Otherwise, let me give you a little rundown. We have a bunch of projects going on. Today, in particular, we're working on our Twitch integration. So you see these little berry folks out here? This is this project right now. So I want to make a little collectible minigame stuff that stream can interact with me during Twitch. So we're just testing it while doing some comments here and there. Right now, you can have your own berry folk by redeeming a test redeem called Plant Berry Seed. And then once you plant a seed, you got to water them by... Oh, no. I think ad just activated. Shoot. I think ad just activated. But you got to water them. Metropi says, no worries. Metropi says, it was good. Been working on my game for the past 10 hours. Wow, long stream session. Well, you better go exercise a little bit, move around. Don't want that stagnant blood in your system. Eduardo says, did you make sure to eat and drink some water? Yeah, you definitely should do that, everyone. Red flag. Eduardo said, when you don't take care of yourself, I die a little bit internally. Yeah, exactly. Everybody needs to take care of themselves. Come on, everyone. I mean, I can't speak for others because I do the same, but, you know, it's okay. No, you already planted it. Eduardo, you got to water it. You got to water your seeds. You already planted it. Hypocrisy do be like that. Yeah, exactly. Once you redeem plant, you got to water redeem your plant. Then you get your little strawberry folks. Right now, what you can do, you can stop lurk, right? You can lurk to make your berry sit. By the way, this is me right here. So you can look at this guy right here. And then you can stop lurk to make them move around again. And then you can kick. You can kick other people. That's about it at the moment. But I do think it's... we're going to have some fun game ideas that can come from this. So people have been enjoying kicking each other. And I just added a permanent state. So once you get your strawberry folk, even if I restart the program because it crashes or whatever, or I need to restart it, you'll be able to get your strawberry folk back on the screen by just chatting. So that's where we're at. Let's see. Renegade says, I got Tony. Woo! Yeah, right now there's a little mini game of people trying to kick each other. I'm trying to create a new collectible, Wiseberry. So I just created the skin. I'm trying to make it so that it's limited availability. So try to make configuration here. So the idea is you can try your hand at getting this limited strawberry or berry folk during the stream by replanting the seed. And once you get them, you have them permanently. So you can reskin your berry folk anytime. So that's where we're at. Yeah. Little stream integration. Matt Chirpy says, looks cool, man. Thank you. Appreciate that. We're having a lot of fun. Otherwise, I have 3 other projects right now. Making a roguelike dungeon crawler about mining and crafting. So we did a lot of dungeon generation, mainly for my YouTube video. And then we are working on some FTL-like Darkest Dungeon crew management stress game. And then we have a deck builder game that is also a tactics game where you control your character through what do you call cards in your deck. So yeah, we should probably keep aspect and ignore size. No, fit width. There you go. This is a little better, probably. Available berry folks. And then we gotta probably make this an item. We created a config here. We probably need a UI. We'll add a folder for UI here, or GUI. And I'm gonna save this one. This is a berry folk avail line item, and that goes under UI. Tony says become berry jam. That could be fun. Tony says explode. No explosion, I'm sorry. Edward says damn, 200k for exercising, sorry, you'll be sedentary. The wheel, okay, so we're also making a wheel, by the way. So we used to have a wheel where people can add like exercise items to the wheel. So as part of this integration, we're also going to add a activatable wheel so I don't have to manually spin them. So while that's happening, all these submissions are kind of, I set it to a high point so people can't use it because I'm working with the Twitch integration right now. I don't want to mess up with this. Eduardo says, I crave gambling. Yeah, we can make a gamble. Let me gamble. We can do a dice roll, I guess. We can add dice rolls. McSharpie says, damn, not bad. I feel like I'm busy with one game. Yeah, I mean, I have a problem right now because we keep starting these like different game ideas or ideas, and you know, we almost finish and then we keep moving on to the next one. I have a lot of them, but then I do plan to finish them. So it's not just going to be, not going to be just, what do you call? Oh my gosh. My brain is farting out right now. Just halfway done and done. Anyways. Okay, I'm gonna make sure that this probably doesn't cover the screen. Maybe I should do it like this. Let's see. We got the UI for the line item. We're gonna make it so that the line item can have, we're calling it berry folk avail line item. Berry folk avail line item. And this one's gonna take probably the berry folk resource. And that should probably Metropi says, have a good rest of your stream, but yeah, I really need to go and sort out some dinner, but I'll be lurking. Yep, have a good one. Thanks for the raid again. I'll see you later. Let's see. Edward is like, let us gamble. Look, I mean, I'm sure it'll come eventually. We definitely need more features. What I really need is people able to control their berry folks, and then I use automatic detection to make my body a climbable terrain for berries to interact with. That'd be interesting. I don't know how I would do that. Anyways. Okay. Well, when the berry folk resource gets set, I think I should be able to do something here. Update render And I think if is node ready, then we do update render here. I gotta make it so, oh shoot. It's gonna, this might have broken everything. Okay, so it's still working good. I gotta grab icon from the Berry Folk resource. I wonder if I should have a icon here for icon, which will be texture 2D. And I think I could just use that instead. On the line item, set texture rect to this. Texture would be the Berry Folk resource icon. And then the count. I guess the count should come from the configuration. Export var available count equals -1. And I think what I'm going to say here is if available count is -1, that's infinite. So we'll say count text equals the infinite sign. Otherwise, it'll be a string version of the number count. Available count. Okay. So by default, it's infinite. So we have an item here. Nothing else. Cool. On the main, the limit needs to be updated based on the configuration. I think it should pull the configuration every now and then. I do want to make it so that the configuration is a text file or a JSON file. I don't know. I have to think about this. For now, I think I can just make a resource. Tony says, dye my green hair to pink. We can't have a pink plant, can we? Not enough commands out here. Okay. Let's see. So we'll update the icons here. We got Wiseberry with the thing. Alice texture. Wiseberry sprite here. And we'll just give this 32, 30, 32, 0, 0. Cool. And then the regular Berry Folk would be Alice texture of the Berry Folk. Same thing, 32, 32. Cool. Berry Folk limit. Let's see. I want this to actively count up. So for now, configuration, I guess I should have a configuration, global configuration here, which will be a scene of node, say global configuration. And that's going to have a script here. And I'll add that as global here. And then this global configuration should have array of berry config and berry config would be, wait, does this work? I'll be surprised if it does. Ah, I think I just broke everything again. Export var, berry config is here. Oh, berry configs. This class doesn't really exist, does it? Huh. Can I do inner class in GDScript? Let's see. I think Twitcher was using something like that. I want to see what they do here. Message. Enum class. Yeah, it does do that. Okay. So export type can only be built in a resource or node. So if I do resource here instead of ref counted, maybe that'll work. Nice, it does. Okay. There you go. Okay. Just making sure the system is still working while I'm doing this. The cat really wanted to... the Russian doesn't work in this channel. I'm sorry, Tony. Okay. Berry config is going to basically have berry resource that it's referring to. So berry resource and, or is it berry folk resource? Berry folk resource. Okay. And then have count. Hey, what is that? Oh, thanks for the follow, Sion or Sion. I get 1 as infinite. So over here, I can create the heck? What is all this? Does it not know how to use this because it's an inner class? Okay, so it doesn't like this. I guess I'll just make a resource version of this right here so it can see it. So we'll create a, not resource like that, script. Resource. Am I lagging here? No. Okay, I'm still there. Cool. Resource called berry config here. And then we'll have that. And that will be over here. Berry config. Like so. And so over here, I can create a new berry config, I think. Oh, I can't do that while it's running, maybe. All right, let me do that. And one of them will be just regular berry folk. We can make infinite, and then the wiseberry. Let's make it so that there's 10 for now. Cool. So I have global configuration now set up. Infinite berry folk and 10 wiseberries. And I guess maybe I make it 5. And this resets on every stream, maybe. I think that's a good idea. Getting texts here. Godot says hi. Hi, Godot. We're still working on our little berries, as you can see. We added a few features here. As you can see, a bunch of people just sitting down. I'm trying to make skins here now. We added the configs. We can configure it, and we configured it now. And what we're going to do is count down from it. So on main, the main will listen to the change in count, I think. So in the global config, so let's see, global config. Godot says, how is Seattle? I'm considering moving there in the future. Oh, interesting. Seattle's pretty good. Weather's nice. I mean, besides from when it actually rains, but right now it's nice, so it feels like it's permanently nice. You know, obviously it's expensive to live here compared to other states. But, you know, that's just kind of the price of the city in general. But I think in terms of friendliness and quality of life, I think it's pretty good. It really depends on your budget too, though. Now, if you have a job, and typically the jobs that you get in Seattle that you would move for isn't too bad. So, I mean, minimum wage is good here. So, it's a nice place. A lot of things are happening. It's a happening place. Some people might talk about Seattle freeze, meaning people really don't socialize, and it's like a surface level friendliness. So they say it's hard to make new friends, but it really depends on where you go. If you have like special interests and you really seek out close relationship from that, then it's not too bad. But at the same time, I've also not really been heavily involved in social activities in Seattle outside of work before, so who knows? Godot says currently living in Dallas and the drive makes it annoying. Drive isn't that much better here, but I don't really drive. In the city, you can get by without driving. And that's why I also like living in the city. You know, I don't even have a car, and I have no problem living. So that's a telltale sign of thriving public transit and closeness in the city. So if that's your concern, yeah, definitely. It's much better here. Okay. A lot of people actually come here from Dallas too. Especially very specific type of people that's leaving the kind of things that you would leave Dallas for to get to Seattle, right? Very different political sphere and acceptance, I think. So let's see. Oh, it's doing something here. I want to make it so that the global config, when its values are, so we have a config here, which is configuration. I don't want to change the value of the configuration directly. What I do want to do is on ready. So when this first gets initialized, the berry folk limit, I guess that should be global state, I think. I think that could still live in this. We'll create a node called global game state. And then global game state would be here as that. And global game state will hold on to informations like var current berry counts or current limit, berry folk limit, and that's going to be a dictionary of berry folk name to count. Strong string here. And that can be configured on start. So on func ready, we're probably going to pre-populate this based on the configuration. So we're going to grab the global configuration, get the berry configs, and for each item, berry config in this, we'll say current berry folk limit, berry config, berry resource, berry folk name to berry config count, like so. This is failing right now. That makes sense. I'll probably, hold on. Hold on. I'm tired of seeing this like keep breaking in the middle, so I probably will stop this application real quick to kick everyone out. Maybe I'll give it a little bit of time. Let's see. Okay, so it updates the config, and config is accessible. Would say probably have a signal called berry folk limit changed. And that would be in response to trigger of claim berry folk. And then we'll have berry folk name as a claim. And we're gonna knock that down, get berry folk name -1. Berry folk name equals that, or minus equals 1, I suppose you could do that. And then once you claim it, we're gonna emit this. And then I guess unless this is -1 already, I'll say if is greater than 0. Do all this. Otherwise, I don't need to update. Okay. Func get claimable berry folk, which will be array of berry folk resource here. And I guess technically we want to have probability of claim, but I think for now, I think I'm just going to add each. So this will be a list of resources that can be claimed. I do want to do the probability calculation down here all at once. So I think that's what I'm going to do here within the global state. It's technically like berry folk helper, but we'll say open berry folk or get claimable berry folks. Well, we'll just do random here. And we'll just simply go through the berry folk name within the current limit. And then we'll grab those keys. And if this is greater than 0 or -1, which is infinite, then our result array of berry folk resource, and we'll just simply push back the name. More like berry folk resource helper get by name, and then we'll grab the name, which is the key, and then we have the result, and then we'll return the result. That means we want to have a berry folk resource helper down here. Script, ref count it, call it berry folk resource helper, and that's going to be over here. Class name, berry folk resource, or it's just one word, berry folk resource helper, so that I can have a static function for getting by name or berry folk name. I think that should do it global. All right, we're calling it get by name. So we'll have berry folk resource helper, berry folk resource helper, get by name, berry name, string, and then should probably pause the game here. Save this. Return berry folk resource. Resources, which is an array of berry folk resource. And basically it's going to be a preload of all these resources down here. Barry Allen. We got the berry folk, Wiseberry, and basically for resource in this, if resource berry folk name equals berry's name, then we're going to return the resource, a duplicate version of it. Otherwise, null. Should work, I think. Okay, so we have the resource helper here. And then for the global state, game state, excuse me, result, what is this saying? It's freaking out about something. Expected end of the statement. Yeah. There you go. Okay, so get claimable berry folks will give result of duplicates of all these resources. So on main, when the berry folk is being spawned, we'll do a little roll. So not the resource, but global game state, get claimable berry folks, which will be this, and var picked berry folk equals, or pick random here, and I don't think this will be able to tell. Yeah. Berry folk resource. Okay. So we have a berry folk resource that got picked, and we will claim that. Berry folk name. And that berry folk will be over here. Resource will equal to picked berry folk resource. Okay. Hopefully that'll set it up. Resource gets set and it comes out here. Claiming it will reduce the count. On start, the limit counter should have a script, and this is a UI function. Class name, berry folk limit, window should have let's see. I suppose for the ease of it, let's look at this. If it has, yeah, it does have berry folk resource in it. So in the beginning, func ready, or during the initialization, I want to add line item, right? So over here on this, I want to have const avail line item scene will equal to preload of it. And on ready, for each item on the configuration, so config, not berry config, I think it's global config. global configurations, which is preset. Say global configuration. Get Berry configs. And for each item in the very config, we'll create a instantiation of this and line item will equal to as veil line item. This will have berry fork resource, which will be configs berry resource duplicate. Yeah. And then another thing that line item has is available account. So availability count line item availability count will equal to configs count. There you go. So everything gets added. VBox container, add child, and then add the line item. And we'll connect change global game state berry folk limit change will be connected to on limit change, and then we'll have on limit change here. And during this time, we'll be basically going through for child in get VBox container children, get children. If child is type of berry folk line item, then we want to update it. Var line item. And then I'm going to update as count to be the count available on the game state. Global game state. Get current berry folk, get the name that's in the resource, berry folk name. Hopefully that'll do it. Jeez. Black Book Official says, just a little heads up, you're dropping a whole lot of frames from my end, sadly. Oh no. It might be my connection. I mean, I have been streaming for a while. Though I think I did turn off the networking thing, so I don't know. Sometimes it happens here. Let me save and quit. Oh, there's some unsaved changes here. Unsaved change. Discard unsaved. It could be the Godot. Hypnotic says it's been fine for me. Oh, I see. Well, let me just finish this up, and it's okay. It'll be the end of stream soon anyway, so we'll see. Hypnotic says it could be the Twitch localization issue. Interesting. I could see that. All right. Well, sometimes, I don't know. I do feel like I need to get a better cooling or something for my streaming laptop, because it does get pretty hot, and it's struggling sometimes. Okay, so far we got this, listening to all those things. We're going to count down. If there's new item, it's going to get added. Technically, Berry Folk Wiseberry is available. Let me launch it and see if it breaks. Yes, it does break. It's breaking on this, saying that the icon doesn't exist for the berry folk resource that I've retrieved here. Update the render, texture rect. This is empty. I guess it's because it hasn't been assigned. I suppose that makes sense. So we'll just go, we'll have a default one. Line item, we'll add a default resource here. Berry. Why is berry resource? Okay, let's try that out again. All right. There's 3 line items instead of 2. Thanks for the sub, I think. What was that? Oh, it's a sub. Thanks for the sub, Nepali. Wait, that's a YouTube sub. How are you chatting on Twitch? Nepal V says, I bought a Udemy course on Godot from Game Dev TV. It's a Zelda clone. I'm a Unity dev, so I never used Godot in my life. Oh, interesting. Well, there are a lot of free resources as well. I also know there are some good Udemy courses, but I've never used it, so I couldn't recommend you any. But good luck. Techie Soul or Taiki Soul says, yo, what's up, dude? How was your day? The day was good. We're making our little Twitch integration game thing. Currently, I had to kick out a lot of the people here. Oh, that sounds aggressive. I mean, like, I'm making a Twitch integration where people can have their own characters on the game right now and play a little mini game. But of course, since I'm working on it, I'm having to restart the app every now and then. But the day is going so far, I will have to say. All right. The line item. Oh, I know what's going on. The line item has one more item because by default, I added one more. So I think I'm going to delete this, the one that exists. It should be good. Okay. So now. All right. There's 5 available. All right. My already existing berry folk is down here. Now if I think... I gotta make sure that the collision gets resolved. So the collision is if you already have a berry folk and then you want to claim a new or different skins of it when you replant, I need to make it so that it gets rid of the existing berry folk from the game. Right? So let's see what's happening here. Tekisol says, what's your Twitch? Do I not have the Twitch link? That's kind of surprising. It's Developer Ezra. So technically, it's this right here. All right, so let me just take a look at this. When you plant a seed, if you don't already have a plant, then it does the whole of this. Now, when the berry folk gets spawned, it picks a random one, and it claims a berry folk. But what if you already have that one? Well, we'll figure it out eventually. And then it's going to register that berry folk. Now, the berry folk will say, when it's registering and it grabs the data, if the data doesn't exist, I update it. But now I have to make it so that I read the data if it does exist. And then I have to add the type of berry. So otherwise, we need to, if the data already exists, we still need to load the user data, I think. So we'll go boop. Load it user data. And if that is null, we are creating a new one. Otherwise, we're going to add, hold on. Bentesol, hi, welcome to Twitch. Thanks for the follow. Says, yo, it's Tekisol, but this is my sister's her account. Oh, I see. Well, thanks for following. Let's see. Okay, so we have the user data. We're going to update the collection to have this new one. If it doesn't already exist. So we're going to have to go read the collection that the user has. I guess I need a user data helper, but for now, I'll just do this. Collection in user data's collection. If berry folk name equals, so we're going through the collection, seeing if this newly added berry folk already exists, or has collection equals true. So if the collection exists, I do this. If the collection does not exist at the end of the scan, then we're going to add it to the collection, and then we'll save this again, the user data. Now we have new collection added, and we're registering that as the current one. Yes, hopefully that'll work. Okay. No, hold on, it's not on yet. All right, so I have a berry. Okay, it's ready now. So the berry folk gets spawned. And then, even though I have it already, hold on, let me pop out the chat very quick so I can see this better without turning my head. Even though I have the berry, hold on, why? I want to be able to plant. Does it work? Oh, no. It checks for it, doesn't it? Oh, no, it broke. Invalid access to property or key berry folk name. Oh. Okay, what's happening? Hold on, let me fix this. I gotta fix this. Ah! No, the bug went away. Hold on. Let me think about what this is, though, before restarting it. Sorry. The application is closed at the moment. McCory says, "As check out Discord, post it what I made for dinner." Ooh, I am hungry. I do need to stop here soon. Is it under showcase? Aha. Says, "I present pasta al assassina." Why is it assassina? Wait, is that actually a real thing? Is it assassina? Or are you saying it's assassin? Looks good, though. It looks like a fresh pasta, actually. Yeah. Did you make the fresh pasta? Or did you get it from somewhere? Because I can tell from the thickness and the texture that it's not a dry pasta. Pretty good. Hypnotic says, ew, light mode, yuck. Welcome to the flashbang crew. You've been flashbanged. That's actually one of the things I need to make in here. Let me think about this. When I chat... Wait, why is it a chat command? When I plant... I don't have a plant, so it should plant a new one here. Let me think about this. Okay. Spawn. I got a little berry folk here. Ooh, immediately. Invalid access to property or key berry folk name. Okay, let me debug this real quick. So the chat message came through for me. And I spawned the berry folk. And in the process of registering the berry folk, it came here and is checking, is comparing the name. Collection is null. Wait, what? How do I have a null item in here? Hold on. Loaded user data. Oh, there is a null item. Wait, what? Wait, how is that a null? How can he have a null item? Is it not saving this? Ooh, I might have to delete people's berry folk. I don't actually know where the save file is going, by the way. It might be going to user data. Hold on. Does anyone know where the file system access goes? If it is just user like that? I need to know where it goes. I figured it's going to the same directory, but it seems like it might be going to an app data. Let's see. Godot, where does file path user go? User folder. Explains how file path works inside Godot project. You'll learn how to access. Let me see. Somewhere. User notations. User. Points to a different directory on the user's device. By default, the user folder is created within Godot's editor data path in the app user data. I see, which is app data. I see, it is app data. App data. Godot. App user data. And then we have... what's the project name again? Is it Stream Gachapon? Yeah. Oh, okay. It's all here. Nice. Might have to throw this away. Ooh. Unreadable. That's good. It's encoded. Okay. I'm going to toss this out. Everybody's going to lose their strawberry folk. Sorry. But it wasn't that expensive, right? Test. Okay, no spawn here. I'm going to plant a new seed. All right, and then I'm going to redeem some points. Let me see, I'm going to pop this out. But yeah, it looks good, McQuarrie. I would take it. I want to eat it. I'm hungry. All right, let's water some plants here. And then hopefully that whole null thing doesn't happen. It might be an issue with nested serialization. Okay. All right, I got my little strawberry folk. Just a regular one. Oh. All right. while I have the strawberry folk, I'm going to try to redeem the seed again, which should get rid of him, I think. Oh, no, it doesn't. It just creates a new one. Yeah, I think I should get rid of it and deregister, I think. Yeah, because right now if I water it, it's going to break the game, I think. I also want the wiseberry. Come on, give it to me. I think I implemented that. Hopefully it'll work. Okay. Oh. I don't know if it's actually possible to get the other one. I mean, clearly I have some issues here, but that's not even the main worry I have right now. I'm not even sure if two berries are actually available. Let me try again. Redeem. 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 Uh-huh. Last one. Okay, over here, I want to know if there's two items here. Oh man. I put the, oh, Wiseberry. Okay, this one should be Wiseberry. No, it's not updating it. It's not even updating here. That one was supposed to be Wiseberry. Berry folk name. And this one will equal to -1 of this. And then I do this. I don't know. Interesting. And then on limit change, which has been connected for sure, I am going through and changing the availability count of the line item by grabbing the current of that. Something's funky, that's for sure. The Wiseberry is definitely being spawned, it seems. All right. I'm going to have to make a temporary change here. Okay. You're there. I can plant new seed. I can water. Okay, no more save issue. Just need to make it so that when the Wiseberry gets redeemed, the count goes down. Whoops. Okay, over here. Seems like it is Wiseberry. Okay, so we're claiming Wiseberry here. Go in is Wiseberry. Yep, 5. We do have it, and it's greater than 0. Goes in here. It's going to grab Wiseberry and then set it to -1, which should make it 4. And I'm omitting Berry Folk changed, which should come here. Goes through the children. And line item. This line item is, let's see, we got the resource is a regular one, so nothing's going to happen there. Next line item is null. Oh, it's sunset. Okay, so line item here. Berry Folk, it is Wiseberry. And so we're going to grab the current. So line item available count. Oh. Whoops. I see. I didn't make it so that the count updates on change. Yeah, I should do that. Count equals value. If is node ready, then we're going to update the render here. Otherwise, I want to do it on everything. Okay. I think we're almost there. The counter will go down, but the berry... Okay. Another thing is that the berry is not updating its sprite frame. Wiseberry has this sprite frame here. It needs to use that instead. So on main, when it's spawning, over here, Berry Folk resource becomes this. Where'd it go? When this changes, oh, I guess I should call this instead of this. I mean, why not just do... Why don't I just do this? I don't understand. Why did I make a setter for that? I mean, I don't have any reason not to, I think. All right. Let's take a look. So I already have a berry, so I can chat. Hello, hello. And okay. All right. Yes, of course. Because it's not ready yet. Got it. Got it. So this should happen here if it's already there. If berry. If is... Oh, hold on. I assign it later. Sometimes it's not ready. I see. Ready. We're going to do this. And on main, I want to do this after Berry Folk gets... So we got the Berry Folk here. Does it get added to the child? Yes, it gets added to the child here. So me assigning the resource here is ruining it because the animated sprite 2D is not ready yet. So I'm trying to assign a resource that affects the visual before adding it to the tree. And that's the issue here. I can delay. I can delay it, or I can just change the order of that child here. So when we're spawning it, we can also provide the resource. Probably not. I don't like doing that. Just seems ugly to me. So what I'm going to do is when Berry Folk resource gets triggered, man, if I do dirty flag here, it's kind of messy. Don't await on the ready. I might have to just do that actually. It's dirty. And so on process, if it is dirty, we'll set it to false. For now, this just means that update the animated sprite frame with Berry Folk resources sprite frames. That's all that is. Hopefully that's it. All right. Hopefully it'll launch. I have a berry, so it spawns. Oh, it's a little wise berry. Nice. I can spawn here. And then give it a little water. Little water. A water. More. Okay. All right. We got a normal berry on this one. Okay. Because the pasta was so good, ate the entire bowl and leftovers, lol. Highly recommend you also try to make it at least once. What is it? What kind of pasta was it? Is it literally the name? The assassin whatever? I don't know why. I feel like it's a fake name that you made up for some reason. Okay. I want to make sure that I get to test the count going down though. And I need to make sure only a few people can claim this. Pasta all'assassina. Google it. Okay, I will. I am hungry though. I need to end my stream here in a bit. Let me just see this. Let's see if I can roll Wiseberry. Oh, wait. Oh, breakpoint. Okay, good. Hold on, just give me a second. It's just a breakpoint. It's not a bug. There you go. Limit did change. All right, somebody got Wiseberry. Mikori got a Wiseberry. Congrats. Um, it's one of the skins. Oh, I didn't get it. There's only 4 available. Oh, Null Studio got another one. I should probably make it more rare, right? Okay, so the count is going down. Is it blocking my stream? I need to start making a overlay a little bit better, probably. I wonder... By the way, turn off the source in Streamlabs. Why? What's going on? Oh, you think the sound is doubled? Allow transparency. Capture audio. It doesn't have it. Capture cursor. I think it was echoing because all of us were trying to water it. The berries are doubled. Oh. It's because I have it on as well. Hold on. On my display capture. So I have a display capture that just captures everything that shows up on the screen as well. So if I'm looking at it, if I turn it on, then it gets doubled, yeah. Okay. So you can claim it. You can claim the Wiseberry. But right now it's doubled. I need to make it so that you can reskin it, so you can change the skin. Now, technically, Mikori, for example, has the Wiseberry and the normal berry. And you can switch between the two. So I need to make it so that you can switch between the two. And then I still need to test if people can claim it if it goes below this, but I don't think you can. I actually don't know if it saves or not. There's only three Wiseberries available. So I think I should probably release like 2 a stream, 2 available Wiseberries per stream. So it's kind of rare. Almost first come, first serve, I guess. Let's make it. I'm going to make it so that the config is, you get, let's do 3 per stream. Okay. So we'll have 3 per stream here. I don't actually know if the global also changes. Probably not, but you know. Nolsir says you got to make it very rare so it's not first come first serve. I do need to, okay, so I do think that there's probably a weighted consideration. Maybe I should make it, maybe I should give a probability. Okay. So on the global configuration, mods need a special berry. Yeah, we need a mod berry. I don't know what that would look like, but... Oh, hey, why is the kick permanent again? Wait, what's going on? Wait, mine is only once. Why is yours doing multiple? Well, hold on. Wait, how come your berry is kicking forever? Null. Oh, weird. Your berry. Huh. Can you do kick again? What happens with that? Huh. Weird. It's clearly kicking and stopping and kicking and stopping. Let's see. Oh, wait. No. No, no, no. That doesn't make sense. Why is this not updating when I open a different one? Um, because this is not accurate. Just don't come near me or you get the boot. Yeah. Hold on, it's kind of a little confusing. I don't know why it's doing that. Oh, it's because, okay. Oh, it's a loop. There you go. Wiseberry had a permanent kick bug. It's funny. All right, fixed. Let's see. I guess for now I'm gonna make a simple command. If message. The command's gonna be just swap or change skin. Or I think I'm gonna do swap actually. Hypnotic. Hello, Hypnotic. Claim your Wiseberry. Claim your Wiseberry. We need Hypnotic Berry. Missing 3. If you do swap, we want to make it so that it changes your just a floating berry. Yeah, just a floating berry is what you need. This big, just floating around. Okay. Once you claim your berry, I shall end the stream. Nice. Hypnotic got the... Oh, he got the other Wiseberry. Look at that. Collector's item. Everybody's going to be jealous. What? Exactly. I like how when the Wiseberry walks, its feet gets hidden by the beard that you can't see its leg in the middle of the animation. All right, I'm gonna stay put. That's one of the texts. You lurk so you can be fixed, so you have higher chance of people coming by you. And then you can kick. Kick. All right. You got your berry. We definitely need to do probability. I need to do swap. That's definitely something I need to figure out. And then, okay, so probability, swap. You know what would be fun is the text to speech that we're going to add for the chat changes based on which berry you have on. It's a little annoying to change the voice by having to change the berry, but I think that's kind of something you can do, maybe. Yeah, we'll see. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. I think that's that. We'll raid out real quick. Let's see who's live here. I think we went hypnotic yesterday. Sorry. No hard feelings, hypnotic. We got to spread our wings here. Oh, JD's live. We haven't done JD ever, actually. And JD, we met in person. So I think it's only appropriate that I raid JD. Yeah. And then it says, go JD. Yeah. Of course, says, raid him though. He won't see you coming. Yeah. Sounds great. Okay. Well, thanks for watching, everyone. That's been fun. We had a great time with the integration game here. JD also has a fun little integration game. Seems we're on it. We're on it. All right. Bye, Null Studio. Thanks for watching. I'll see you guys next time. Bye-bye. And then